Hi friends, welcome to my little reflection of the past year. If you're watching this, I'm guessing you're a subscriber to the channel because this isn't a video that's going to be hashtagged to be shared out there. So if you're watching and you're here to check out what I have to say, thank you so much. If you don't know if this is a reading or anything, it is not a reading. So if you were just looking for that, you can save yourself some time and head on out because this isn't going to be a reading. This is going to be a bit about me. I had put up on my community, in a community post, a screenshot of my personal Instagram post that I put up January 1st, 2021, 2022, saying that 2022 was going to be my most authentic year and to find me on YouTube. I had just posted my first readings for Told Us Love on the 31st of 2021. And it was a little setup here in my apartment where I made it look like I was at a campground because I was all into like, let's look like we're in nature. I want to be down on the ground. I don't want to be another reader at a desk. Oh, let me tell you, sitting on the ground, even sitting on my bed for the readings, ended up hurting my legs. I can't tell you how many readings I would have to say, I'm sorry, my legs are asleep, I have to stop. So moving to the desk was definitely a good move if you've been here for all those phases. The point of me sharing this is basically because I can't even believe some of the great things that I've been able to work towards within the past year. And I 100% attribute it to being my most authentic self in 2022, which is what I set out to do by sharing my readings on an insight and a bigger platform. Everything I share in this message is my personal thoughts, things that I've learned about over the years or read about. So everything that I share on this channel, it's my own thoughts. I am not condoning anything. The only thing I am supporting is look up your birth chart so you can find other readings and messages that could be meant for you and you learn more about yourself. So with that preface too, Told Us Love has been like a literal like healing cocoon for me. Obviously, if you've been here for the duration of the channel's existence this past year, I've done the readings in the same place pretty consistently. I started to shift gears in the fall, and there were less readings going out, and I'm about to be shifting gears again with the beginning of the year, but these are positive shifts in my career that it's funny to me that go hand in hand. While I was a YouTube tarot reader, like if someone had told me 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you'll have your own channel, 5 years ago, you're gonna have your own channel, I don't think I would have done it. I don't think I would have done it. It was a perfect storm, a cauldron mix when I began Told Us Love, that I don't want to say it was like I had nothing else to do, but it was more like I need something to keep me busy. I need something to keep me out of trouble. I like wording it that way. I need something that'll keep me entertained. And I'd been encouraged to do the readings because I've done them for friends. I'd done them for myself. I watch YouTube readings and have watched them for years. So When I began Told Is Love, my living situation, I was sharing the apartment that I have now, and it wasn't a happy, it wasn't a happy home. We'll just put it that way. Since beginning the channel, the apartment is now just me here. That's why readings became kind of like outside of my room because I was spending a lot of time in my room. When I say I have cocooned this past year, there's also more reasons that happened fall 2021, things that happened in my life where I got hurt, very hurt, in situations that I haven't talked about to many people, if anybody. And this is more of the layers of why I cocooned and stayed in and did Told Is Love and had all the time and the desire in the world to do these readings because I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to we'll say I shut down for a year while doing this channel. I think this channel has helped keep me, I keep wanting to say out of trouble, and what I mean by that is like I'm someone who attracts people who like my personality, who like my sense of humor, who like my Sag moon, my sense of adventure. I attract a lot of people of good and bad intentions, and I know about myself that it's hard for me to discern and see clearly an individual when I really, really like them, even whether it's a friend or I'm dating. The rose-tinted glasses that I get are very, 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 very thick. And I'm someone who, it isn't until someone outside the box starts pointing out certain things to me and is like, you know, that isn't fair, Megan, or that's not right, Megan, or that's kind of sketchy, Megan, that I then start to see things in a different light. I had so many people around me and in my life in 2021 that at the beginning of 2021, that by the end of 2021, by December 31st, when I started this channel, they were not in my life anymore. I'm talking at least 7 friends. One of those is a married couple, but then people that they were all connected with. And it was maybe 8, including breaking up with the last ex-boyfriend. So 2021 was a year of letting a lot of people go, a lot of situations go. I look back and I think my actions and behaviors then were very unlike Megan, and I have my own things that I can attribute to that, and I don't want to get into like something terribly, terribly personal in here, but you know, go to your doctor. Tell them when you don't feel like yourself. Make adjustments where's needed. I'm a big supporter of mental health in my personal life, and I've tried really hard to keep like career and anything that wasn't like astrological or zodiac or wisdom out of this channel, but that is my advice to all people. Tell your doctor, talk to your doctor. All right, moving on. Thank you so much if you're still here listening to me. I don't want this to be like a therapy session for me, but at the same time, I want to be able to look back at this video a year from now and be like, look at me. Look at me. 2022, I did take some notes. 2022, I realized that I'm okay with being me, and that I was okay I've put on weight over the year too, that I need to get healthier, and I know that 2023 is going to be a year of change in health. So for me, I just feel it in my bones. But the weight that I've put on being in this cocoon was also accepting that I like food. I like to eat. I want to cook. I've learned how to cook so much this year and do things on my own that I look forward to sharing with other people going forward. With that though, I wanted to say that I really saw in 2022 where I was being myself. I have a YouTube tarot channel. You know the response I normally get from that? It is either that I am an absolute weirdo, scares them away, I'm either considered a joke or like, I think mocked, but I could be projecting right now. It's only when I would start to say numbers of subscribers that I would get a, oh, maybe that's the like, oh, she actually does have something to say. I don't know. I saw it trigger people around me, people I knew, when I started doing this channel in a way that from years of learning about shadow work, and when you're ascending, shit's gonna get hard. When you're moving up in life, you're gonna have a lot of separation from people. And I fully believed when I began Told Is Love, and still do believe, that I was going through some sort of growth spurt in my life, or like in my beliefs, because I had so much time to reflect on myself and my actions. I wasn't going out. I wasn't meeting up with this one. I wasn't going out for the night partying with that one. Like, I was home. I was staying home. I returned to, I feel, with Told Is Love, and within the past year, kind of like the high school Megan, the teenage awkward Megan, who was really quiet and in her shell, which connects with like in a cocoon. I have been so creative within the past year, which, I made these curtains. Things I did in this apartment that I've wanted to have within my whole life, I did. Having bead curtains. I made my own bead curtains. Like, I have all sorts of art that I've done on the wall that if I hadn't cocooned, if I hadn't been here, if I hadn't been like keeping up with my readings, because it does go in my mind like, oh God, it's been a few days without a reading, I gotta do one or something. I don't think I would have been able to heal the way that I healed this past year. I don't think I would feel as strong and as excited for this year as I do. And I was really excited for 2022 starting Told Is Love. Looking back, I didn't realize how much Told Is Love was part of my healing, of like accepting myself, accepting my beliefs, giving a F you to the people over the years who made me feel like I was a devil worshiper or evil because I believed in astrology or tarot. And I'm not kidding. Like, I have a firm memory right now of being amongst family friends. It was a family that I was connected with. I was really good friends with an Aries, and her sister, in front of her family and stuff, started on me because the conversation was directed towards me and everybody got quiet. But she started talking about things that I already knew about astrology coming from the fallen angels. It's in the Book of Enoch. This is all part of the things that I've researched. I've been down rabbit holes. I do not think like the average person. I have these kind of out there beliefs that others share as well. But I came to my own conclusions on these beliefs, and that's why I would always say to somebody, do your own research, as they say. Like, go look on the social media, but the revelations, the Bible says in the end times, there would be a mass release of information. And I've said for a few years now, I think that's where we're at once the internet began, because the information that you can get at your fingertips today, you couldn't get 100 years ago. 100 years ago, if you wanted a tarot reading, you had to go like over the river and through the woods to find someone, and then you had to be sneaky about it because it's a witch. But I just want to go back to realizing I was triggering the shit out of people around me when I started doing this channel, not because it was like embarrassing to them, but because I was succeeding. It was working. I was doing something that they didn't like or approve of, but others did. I was getting approval from others of something that they didn't like. And when I say triggered the shit out of people, that Aries friend who I'm no longer connected with, whose sister like started on astrology in front of the family and embarrassed me and made me feel like I was a devil worshiper. And they were a very Christian family, but we didn't talk about my beliefs. I shared common spiritual understandings and search for information with them. But when it came to like tarot and astrology, I just felt like it was made clear to me that this family and friend did not want to associate with it because they didn't think it was right. They didn't believe in it. It was wrong. Okay? That's my memory of this group of people and friends, and like to the point where I was lying about being into tarot again, doing tarot again to my friend because I didn't want to be judged by her, which is a whole nother can of worms as I even say those things aloud, because a real friend wouldn't judge you. And I don't think she would. I think I was just more in her head, and it was a reflection of her family and more my insecurities about being my authentic self, which was someone who knew a lot about astrology, was interested in tarot, could do these things, could read the cards, could read people, could figure things out for people. So, not everyone, but to a certain degree. So, flash forward to wouldn't be a Mercury retrograde if you didn't hear from the past, and I actually had talked to this former friend in December, and I haven't spoken to her in like a year and a half, but we had a common thread that I reached out to her about to say, did you know this or whatever, and we talk a little bit, and she brought up a reading that I had done for her, and I think this is going to stick with me probably for the rest of my life. She was saying like, remember that reading you did and you said that XYZ was gonna happen? And in my head I was like, no, Aries friend, I have done many readings since then. I don't remember that reading specifically. I do remember doing a reading for her, and then our whatever happened and whatever. But I took from the that messaging, the messaging and like a brief reconciliation with her is like, I was telling another friend about it. All this time I thought that I was viewed as like an evil witch, and here she is bringing it up, and like that's obviously a sign of, he said, my friend goes, obviously it's a sign that the reading resonated and that she like she valued that. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. This is all part of like the reasons why I've kept being into tarot and astrology. I mean, astrology I've been much more out there with. I will ask you your birthday without hesitation. Tarot though, like that one definitely gets more like, oh, looks or responses. Since starting Told Us Love, I mentioned that now I'm living on my own. I have been able to use the support from Told Us Love. Sometimes it's like pure bloody magic. I, within the past couple weeks, was broke as a joke, as I thought, and was about to be Cash Apped a $20 loan from a buddy to find that I actually had a chunk of money gifted to me from a subscriber sitting in my Cash App that I just didn't know about. It was literally feeling like I had found money. And this is part of the magic that I've attribute from Told Us Love as I've been in this cocoon of healing. Continuing with like outside of the channel, I've been able, I think the bus is going by. I've been able to slowly but surely begin to like support myself and be more independent in ways that I haven't been able to in years. And I just want to loop back to like having the channel, doing the readings, staying in, staying home, staying away from people. This is terrible, but I was thinking I just took a break from people this past year, and there's nothing wrong with going into a hermit mode. There's nothing wrong. If you had known me before this past year and you heard me say that, you'd be like, no way. Megan, she's either at the gym, she's either out listening to music at a bar with friends, she's either at this one's house hanging out with all the family and kids, she's either on a date going up towards Boston. Like, I feel like I've done a 180, and now I'm that 180 is turning back, becoming a 360, but it's a good 360. I'm bringing Told Us Love with me. I had a baby while I was in this hermit mode. My Told Us Love baby. If you've watched this so far, God bless you, because I'm all over the place. But I just wanted to share a little bit more insight of the positive effects Told Us Love has had, even in my career. Like, I feel like I've been kicking ass in ways that I haven't kicked ass in years and years. And it's just, I'm just going to tie it all back to taking this leap of faith and starting this channel. When I'm filming this, I have 594 subscribers. 594 subscribers. Good Lord, that is amazing to me. God bless you listening to my accent and everything. As I wrap this up, I just want to bring up too, someone had written on one of my recent videos about looking for an information on a personal reading, and she even had mentioned like a website, which had my wheels spinning like, ooh, does 2023 bring a website from Megan? Because I've been artsy fartsy as all heck, and I've already started thinking about an Etsy, so stay tuned for what could happen there website wise. But there was a time where I did personal readings with the channel. I did just a few of them over the summer. Here's why I didn't do them, or I've stopped accepting doing personal readings. Who knows what 2023 will bring? This is still just going into my second year doing this channel. I found that I think I'm still understanding how to protect myself from others' energies and emotions. I think while in my cocoon of healing, I've honed those skills. I've realized when I am tapped into someone else's energy and not my own. I just listened to a great reading about this, where a message was mentioned like, notice if you feel very different around certain people and maybe consider that it's that place or person that's making you feel that type of way. I found that when I was doing personals for people, I was very, very nervous before it, and I don't know why. And I'm thinking it's because I thought I would mess things up, but then it's like, am I picking up on their energy? Are they very nervous? I don't know. I also felt like it clouded my feelings. That's the best way to describe it. When I do a collective reading, like, just think about reading a book. If I'm reading a book or teaching a class to a huge lecture hall, there's no personal attachment or connection. I just tell what I need to tell. But when it's just one individual right in front of you, like, I'm way more in tune with them, which is the point of the personal reading, I know. But I am as the reader, as the teacher, like, going to be more worried that I'm not telling it the way that it should be told, that I'm not sharing it the way that it should be shared, that you're not getting it the way that I want you to understand it, and then that takes a toll on me. I hope that makes sense, because I think that's a good explanation. I've left personal readings and felt like, did I just like totally F things up for that person? Because the cards are telling me like, this is a bad idea, you need to let this go and move forward. And this person's telling me like, I think I need to give this up and move forward. I think they're seeing someone else, and the cards are like, oh, hell yeah, they're banging their ex. But I feel terrible saying that, and that reflects back on me as I even say that, because I've said this in my job. I hate being the bad guy. I don't want to have to hurt your feelings as I tell you the truth, even if it is the truth. I just feel really bad doing that. And I think that's part of something that my fridge just started making noise, so I'm gonna take that as like a ding. I think it's more of like, I need to learn that I need to be sitting with obsidian and shit in my bra. I need to work more. Here we go. I need to learn more about cleaning energy, keeping my energy clean. I mean, I sage, I have my incense, I say my prayers, I'm mindful when I wash off. But at the end of the day, if it's someone coming to me with their heart in their hands, asking me, oh God, asking me for help and guidance, like, it's like a pressure that I don't want. Because even if the cards are telling me this is gonna reconcile, you should do this, at the same time, I don't want to be the cause or reason why, if someone else comes along who could be a healthier option and you say no to that because I've told you to reconcile with someone else. It's just, I think, a pressure. I think this is what it is as I talk it out. I think it's like a pressure that I don't want to have to be the bad guy or say something that you're not understanding the way I want you to understand it. So it's not about you. It's about me. See what I just did right there? Best way to break up with someone or tell someone you're not interested. It's not about you. It's about me. It's about, I can't do this. I can't handle it. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much if you've watched this so far. I hope you've gotten a little insight into how appreciative I am of your support, your tuning in, your comments, your likes. I'm looking, I've said this before, I'll say it a million times, I'm really looking forward to 2023. I hope you are too. Check out the signs in your chart. Look up your birth chart if you don't know. I will see you soon.